Tell me something funny, Martin.
You can't just start off the conversation with "tell me something funny." I mean, that's just not the kind of jokes that I tell.
Entertain me, Martin.
I like to poke fun at the situations in conversation as they come up organically. That's what I like to do. So I just don't have a joke to tell you.
It's all right. Do you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, if you got it, yeah.
Okay, you know we got our tub fixed and everything. Remember I told you that. We got our tub fixed. And so the boys have to start using that shower instead of our shower, okay?
Yes.
And it's since it's new and it's actually very slippery in there. Mm-hmm. So we have a bath mat that we leave in there. Now, every night the bath mat kind of comes out because it's that way to preserve it. It's better to not just leave a bath mat in. Cause,
you got to hang it.
Yeah, so you got to hang it. So we hang it over the edge or lets it dry out. And when you get in, you put it down, you push it down so it pops in. Well, Jonas, Sunday morning, gets in the shower. Mm-hmm. And the bath mat was already in there. And so he just gets right in. But the bath mat was upside down.
Nice.
And the bath mat sticking to his feet, like the suction cups are stuck to his feet. His feet fly out from underneath him. He falls in the shower. You hear this loud bang. Faye goes in there, and he's laying on his back in the shower with the bath mat stuck to his feet. And he's got soap covered.
Oh, it's still stuck to him. That's awesome.
He's like frantically, ah! And Faye's like, what are you doing? He's like, I need a towel. She's like, rinse yourself off first. It's not going to do it. He's just like screaming for a towel, naked in the shower with a bath mat on his feet.
Dude, that's like a Home Alone security system right there. You just put the sticky stuff there, then the robber just trips and falls.
Exactly. So,
well, you got some safety tips tonight, right?
Yeah. I spent an hour and a half listening to the guy talk about all different kinds of safety things about home safety. And did you know? Okay, you were in the military.
I was, yes.
Now, like when you were at a base, was there like a system there that was like an air pressure system? You had to turn it off before you went in because if you opened a door or a window or anything, it went off and set a siren off and woke everybody up?
Nah.
Well, it was developed. It was very popular in bases, and basically what it is, it's like a square or whatever, and it sits on the wall, has a battery in it, but it's plugged in, so like if power goes out, battery kicks in. A little backup, but it plugs in the wall, and you set it to like a sensitivity depending on your house, and it's no matter where in your house. So like you hit the button, you close the door, 30 seconds. It's like it does this long beep at the end, and it's armed. Mm-hmm. Your dogs can be in here. You can make you can be in there. You can make noises. You can clap. You can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. All right, and it won't go off. The second you open a door, the second you open a window, the second the air pressure changes, a loud alarm goes off. And it's like, bah, 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 and it goes off for 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Then, yeah. Man. Which is because one of the main deterrents of burglaries is sound. Mm. A loud alarm will deter somebody from robbing a place.
You want to know why I want one of those things? Because it isn't going to be too long before my kids are in high school, and I don't want them sneaking out, and I don't want nobody sneaking in. So I might have to get me one of these systems. All of a sudden, what? I don't think anyone's robbing the place. I think someone's sneaking out, or somebody's sneaking in.
You got girls.
That's right.
You got girls. You don't need no dirty boys sneaking in their girls' bedrooms and stuff like that.
That is absolutely right. I don't need them sneaking out. Forget that.
No.
I mean, look, the place where I'm moving, it is out there, bro. I ain't worried about people coming up and robbing the place because they don't want the hassle of actually, getting back there. I mean, it's a whole ordeal. Mm-hmm. You got to go pretty far, and you'll have to be carrying all the stuff that you're stealing. No one's just going to go out there to rob it, right?
Yeah.
But boyfriends might come out there to meet the girls or whatnot.
Because we know how stupid boys are.
They are stupid. They are very, very stupid.
Especially when they're letting that. And you know what I'm pointing to, everybody. I see
where you're pointing. You're not pointing up.
Not pointing up.
You're pointing down.
when they let that lead them and make their decisions. That's how dumb teenage boys are.
That's right.
So.
See, but a loud noise, I think that it would deter burglars, but I also feel like it would deter teenage boys.
Yes, with raging hormones. Yeah,
right. The hormones make their ears more sensitive, so it will hurt the loud noise. Will hurt them more.
Yeah. No matter how much they're thinking with down there.
Yeah,
it's immediate. Yeah,
dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. With Anna, I'm not super worried, but Sarah, I mean, she's in 4th grade and she already has had, boys that she liked and all that sort of stuff. I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna have to kill somebody just to let everyone in town know.
I think that's
gonna have to do it.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know if you need to kill anybody, but just isolate one son, beat them down. Let's go run. I'll come up. We'll run roughshod on them. Okay.
Yeah, running roughshod. I like that. That's fun.
We'll run roughshod on them, and then just call it a day because then they're gonna be like, man, don't go messing with the benders.
Yeah, because then everyone will know.
Yeah, don't go messing with the benders because that guy calls his buddies and he gets stuff done. Because it ain't gonna be pretty. We just don't mess with the bender daughters because it's not worth it, guys.
Maybe we could get them such a reputation that no boy ever wants to date them in town. They can have their first date when they've moved out of my house and are off in college or whatever.
I agree with you on that. I think it's a wise thing.
So you went to the gun club and you had a long talk on security and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you worried that all that is just going to make you increasingly paranoid about stuff?
Man. Well, tonight was a paranoid-induced meeting. Like most meetings aren't like this.
Yeah, just this one was.
Yeah, just this one. I mean, there have been other things where you gotta it's warned you about certain scams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. This one was a very heavy duty one. There was one that talked about there was a group of people and it's basically
Antifa.
Huh?
No, not the Antifa.
No, the something citizen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was there's a group called and they're running there. It was it's basically a group of people I can't remember what they're called, something citizen, and it's basically saying that they won't get a driver's license. They live pretty much off the records and everything. They don't have driver's license, but they're not driving a car. They're traveling. They're using semantics and everything to get sovereign citizen. That's what it is. They claim sovereign citizen status.
No, they did
this. You should look it up. They're pretty interesting, man. They're just a bunch of tools, and they basically just do everything they can to break the law and get away with it. And we had a whole session on that, and the entire time I'm all like, man, what if I see a sovereign citizen? And I thought to myself, wait a second, I might have had one of them in my church. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say anything.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Yeah, and so cool. I thought I had one of them, but they'll send out fake to law enforcement agencies. They will send out fake or their own produced what are they called? They're suing somebody, or mm-hmm. they'll send we're going to sue you're being sued for this, and send it to a law enforcement agency claiming that they are suing them. It's not legally done or anything like that. But so we had a meeting on that one time, and that got me scared. I was like, dang man, watch out for sovereign citizens. And but they're not all like that. Some of them are. This was a very much a paranoid-inducing one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you can apparently drown in your car real easily in Florida?
Well, I mean, if you drive your car into the water, most people will just freak out, and then they're going to die.
Yeah. And Florida has the highest number of drowning in your car deaths in the whole country. It's double everybody else.
Shocking. People from Florida don't know what to do in an emergency.
Yeah.
Oh! We're all surprised.
Do you know what else is that Florida has?
Alligators.
Well, yeah, we do have that. We have the highest rate of alligator deaths in the whole country, in the whole world. Okay, I mean, I'm not talking about over there with the crocodiles.
Crocodiles are totally different. We're talking
totally different. We're talking alligators. Not to mention they don't even report those. So somebody goes missing over in a third world country, they don't report.
Yeah.
They're just like, probably got eaten by a crocodile, dummy. That's what they say over there. They don't care.
Nobody's tracking that.
No, over here we're feeding them. We're like, hey, want a cracker? Throw it to them.
Alligators love marshmallows.
They do. Okay, we're hand feeding our alligators over here. But this was, and because it's interesting, I was talking with a friend today who just started working with Rafa House.
Okay.
You know all about Rafa House. And
Rafa House
really,
cool.
Yeah, Rafa House is awesome. I really like to start partnering with them and everything, and I really like to try to get the church involved a little bit in the ministry that they're doing, and I like a lot how they're growing and some of the things that they're looking to do. And so, but I was talking with him, and I made a comment. I said, people don't realize how much, it's over in all of Cambodia and Haiti. They're real big and everything, and apparently Belize is getting
a lot of sex trafficking.
A lot of sex trafficking. And I said, a lot of people think that all that stuff's over there, but I mean, we have it right here. We have it right here in the States. We have it in Florida. We have it in Osceola County. Okay?
You got it in St. Cloud.
We got it in St. Cloud. Yeah, you do. And so I made those comments, and then the guy tonight said, did you guys know that Tampa is the number 3 state in the entire country when it comes to sex trafficking? Orlando has become number 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said 3 Florida cities that are in the top 10, and I was like, "What?"
Florida is such a train wreck. You guys are. There's a reason y'all are on cops all the time.
Yeah.
Always in the news. Something crazy
true.
happens. Something stupid happens. You know where it is at. It's in Florida.
It's true.
Every time.
Yeah, man tries to rape alligator. Florida.
Yep.
Definitely Florida.
And it's not the alligator that gives it away.
Nope, it's the man. Literally, whenever you start hearing something really crazy on the news, if you start hearing something really crazy, I cross my fingers and I go, please don't say Florida. Please don't say Florida. Please don't. They said Florida. That's literally what I do. It's messed up, man. It's messed up stuff.
So there's a lot of, sex trafficking goes on everywhere, man. Everywhere.
It does.
There's money to be made. Shocking.
So, a lot of I'm really paranoid now. So, gotta get some pepper spray. Because it's going to be my secondary defense tool. Because I got my gun. Secondary. And
why do you want pepper spray?
Why not, man?
Well, are you gonna carry it every day? You're gonna add it to your keychain or something like that?
Probably, you can carry it on your hip.
Carry it on your hip? Okay, that's gonna look cool. Yeah.
Well, I wear it on my shirt untucked. It'll be right next to my spare magazine.
Why do you feel like you're going to need this
gun
and a pepper spray? And you got all the and you train martial arts. What do you think is going to happen? Are you just waiting for the apocalypse to go down? You're like, I'm ready. I'm ready for The Walking Dead. I'm prepared. That pepper spray ain't going to help you with a zombie, though. That's
a fact. I know. I do know that. I mean, unless that zombie, I spray that zombie, and then that zombie goes and takes a hot shower, and he opens up all of his pores, then he's in big trouble.
Then he's got a problem.
Then he's got issues.
Yeah. Well, I don't think zombies do a lot of personal hygiene.
Yeah, so. They're not known for it.
No, they're not. And that's one of the issues between the living and the zombies. That's why we can't coexist, because those guys just refuse to take a bath. Yeah, they just refuse. Probably because of the pores opening up. I mean, it's self-preservation.
I was thinking too that they also have horrible table manners too.
You're right.
Etiquette. I mean, seriously, just hogging around the body. All of them around the body. Just chewing with your mouth open.
Stuff's falling out.
And it's all over your face and your...
Right.
Yeah.
Don't you know you're supposed to sit at the table and go from the outside in with all the different sets of silverware. So you start with the little fork for the salad, and then you move to the entree fork. You move from the outside in as they bring you the different courses. These zombies, they're just like,
yeah, they don't ever wash their clothes. And honestly, the skinnier a zombie gets, they don't actually wear clothes because the clothes start falling off them. That's the last thing. I mean, that's why we have such an issue with zombies, is because half of them aren't wearing their pants anymore.
Yep.
Right. Gosh. Stinking zombie. That's the one thing. Like, if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I just want to make sure
that you're wearing pants.
That I'm wearing pants.
I got a nice pair of pants on.
I want to have a nice pair of pants on with a good belt, cinched up nice and tight, because the last thing I want is to be one of those zombies.
Do you know what you
walking
need?
around without my pants on.
Do you know what you need? Suspenders.
Yes, good call. Suspenders.
Yeah.
Or like
overalls, maybe. Coveralls. Coveralls are going to work great.
Coveralls are a good idea. Like, seriously, if zombies start happening, I'm putting those coveralls on, and then that way, no matter how much weight I lose, I'm going to have my pants on the entire time, because I don't want to be that zombie.
Yeah, no. I'm sitting here and I'm watching The Walking Dead, and they all still have their pants on because they can't,
You can't show that on TV, but let's be honest.
On TV. But you're right, and that's something I've never considered, that in the zombie apocalypse, all of the zombies are going to be pantsless. So, because it's just a matter of time.
This is what I think about. This is what
keeps me up at night.
It keeps me up at night, Martin. Like, about.
This is why you got to buy guns and pepper spray and take jujitsu.
Yeah.
Because I got to be ready for all these pantsless zombies coming at me.
They'll get you.
They'll get
you.
And they're going to get you without any pants, which is going to make it so much more humiliating.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I could also wear like a pair of sweatpants, like really the good elastic waistband in it.
Yeah.
A pair of sweatpants or something like that, or like those those pants that were really popular in the 90s, that for the football, there was like what were they called? Zumbas or something? Zumbays, or I don't know.
They were tearaways?
Like the zebra things. The zebra I'm gonna wear or even hammer pants. Hammer pants. I would wear hammer pants. Yeah.
Anything with a strong elastic waistband is what you're talking about. Yeah, but those lose it after a while, man.
Yeah, it's true, but
eventually those are coming down too.
Well, yeah, after a while, but I guess suspenders are probably the better coveralls overall.
Coveralls, I think, are your number one. Remain clothed as a zombie solution. Overalls are going to be number 2, suspenders number 3, and then you're going to get into your other weird little things.
Yeah. This is amazing how we actually literally came into this not having a plan about anything, and we came up with this.
We just solved like one of the major problems in the zombie apocalypse. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Martin. I mean, listen, we're such when you and I get together, this brain trust is so amazing and intense that we just solved a major issue that nobody has ever thought of.
Right, and identified a massive plot hole in all of the zombie lore that's out there.
Fact. I mean, come on, people. Let's get it right. Mm-hmm. Forget censorship. Let's get it right. Those zombies aren't wearing pants.
You follow it through. Let's follow this through. The zombies getting increasingly skinny.
Because, they can't gain weight.
Down, but they're not going to have the motor skills to take the pants all the way off. So they're going to be falling down, tripping over the pants. It's going to slow them down even more.
I was starting to think of that, but then you voiced it and you put it perfectly. Like the motor skills. You're right. Yeah. They can't take their pants off. Like listen. If you can't put pants on, there's a high probability that you can't. The only way you could get those pants off is that literally you didn't have any shoes on, which. Chances are, in the zombie apocalypse, you're going to want to put shoes on, and you're going to want to run. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's going to be really hard to get those pants off, and you're going to be all tangled in your Levi's. Good point, Martin. Gosh. I don't know what the world would do without us right now.
I feel like we should be writing for The Walking Dead. I mean, obviously or at least be consultants on the show.
Let me just say this. If we were consultants, I would probably watch the show then. Okay? Number
That's
one,
when you would start?
I would watch the show. Number two, it would be a lot funnier. Because I watched a couple episodes and I'm like, this is morbidly depressing.
It has its moments.
I really feel like Walking Dead should be more like Shaun of the Dead than anything. Like, we get more Shaun of the Dead, and I think you got a winner. Because that's
Shaun
like
of
one
the
of my
Dead
favorites.
was really good.
It was
Zombieland,
amazing.
also really good.
Yes. Very good comedy. I mean, I'm feeling like, what season is Walking Dead in?
I think it's going to start 8 in October.
What? Are you kidding? Gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they do the short season too. I mean, it's only, I think they do maybe 12 episodes a season or something like that, 12 or 13.
I feel like you start losing some stuff. Listen, this is what I think.
These guys are raking in the cash, though. It's brilliant. It's cash
Season 8, you bring in, you change the whole plot line, okay? You change it, you bring in,
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson would be good. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell. What's the guy from what's it called? From Last Man Standing? Last Man on Earth?
Will Forte.
You bring in all the Wills. You bring in Will.
All the
Ferrell.
Wills.
You bring in
Will
Ferrell.
Forte, Will Ferrell.
Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Smith. Will Smith's funny.
He's hysterical. He's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. That's how he got started in comedy. Like, if you bring in all the Wills into that and you go comedy base, I think, and let's throw somebody else in there that's not a Will. Let's throw in a Jim Carrey.
A Jim Carrey?
Oh yeah, like he's done some drama, but I really feel like he hasn't really embraced who he could be with a drama comedy, a comedy drama.
Dramedy.
Like, I think a dramedy. I think that or comma.
Yeah, we're cutting out all the drama. We're emphasizing the comedy. We're gonna take out the zombies because come on, that's just not a rich comedy area. We'll have like one episode with zombies, and then we're going straight into just hilarity.
So 2011, whatever.
Yeah. It's time to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and then we start going in with living dinosaurs coming back for like zombie dinosaurs. Oh gosh, man, I should write for the Walking Dead. Walking Dead dinosaurs.
Walking Dead dinosaurs, very good. We're taking Jurassic Park. We're taking some dinosaurs. We're going to add Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Throw it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some good stuff. It's Walking Dead dinosaurs tagline. Holy crap. That's what that is, okay?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Brilliant.
Because that's what everybody's thinking. You see a giant Walking Dead Tyrannosaurus Rex. Holy crap. That's what it is.
That's going to change your worldview. Nothing's the same after that.
Changes everything. Everything, Martin. You don't even know what to do with that.
No, I don't. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this into a usable piece of conversation, but we'll figure it out.
Nobody knows what to do with that, Martin.
No,
that's the thing. Nobody knows what to do, which is okay. Whatever. It's whatever.
Welcome to Intermission. Intermission.
Have you ever had that experience where you've got somebody there at church and they really just want to get plugged in and they got some things that they just want to do and they feel like it'd be fun, they're super interested in it, but they are just awful at it. What do you do?
We're talking about volunteers and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
So, oh gosh, what do you do? That is a great question.
What happens when the volunteer is terrible?
Gosh, man, I don't know, Martin. Like when I was in youth ministry, I've had that happen a number of times.
Yeah.
And what always has happened to me was like when somebody didn't do well, like as a sponsor, they kind of weeded themselves out.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot. But
a lot of times people figure out, hey, this is not for me.
Yeah, that is probably one of the number one things that I see.
That's what I figured out about me and youth ministry. It is not for me.
No.
I gotta do something else. It isn't gonna work.
Yeah. So like that's what I have experienced, but I've had to have times, and I think it is appropriate at times to tell somebody, hey, I think you'd best. You probably should go try something else. Like this isn't really clicking, or something's not clicking, And yeah, I've done that to a couple people, But most of the time, most of my experience is that they figure it out and they go, "This just ain't gonna work," And but I think that's a hard kind of topic to talk about is because like churches live by the volunteers. That's how we survive, man.
Yeah. There's any number of, like, if there weren't volunteers at my church, you would get a sermon on Sunday morning. That's about all you would get.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. That's all you would get. And you really
you
shouldn't expect anything else either.
You wouldn't have no slideshows. You wouldn't have none of that other stuff.
Exactly.
So you would be boiling down everything that happens just in the worship service. And this is just that one isolated hour. It would just be me talking. And I don't think that people can tolerate that for an hour.
No, they shouldn't either. They shouldn't. I'm not saying like that to be mean, Martin, but let's just be honest with ourselves. They shouldn't.
Awesome. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Thank you for the vote of confidence. Yes, it makes perfect sense.
I'm just trying to help out, I'm just trying to help out here. No, I don't know. It's really, like I said, because we live and die by the volunteers and everything, so it's a little difficult to kind of talk about, I guess, but I guess
super uncomfortable conversation, right?
It is. I'm really glad we're having it. So, but
yeah,
I like having.
I meant when you're talking to that individual. I don't mean this one that we're having right
now. Oh, yeah. This is totally an awkward conversation. No, gosh. How do we... Let's see here. It's,
Let's go. Bring it around. You can do it.
Should you... I mean... Should we tell volunteers they can't volunteer?
I think that good...
I mean, I've done it before.
Yeah.
The question is should you?
I think that good leadership identifies people's strengths.
Yeah.
And you're able to identify their strengths as well as their interests. And you combine their interests with their strengths to find them something to do to serve the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
Like within the church. I think that's the answer. Because there's some things that people might be interested in, but they're not good at.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that, then that's going to be detracting from whatever position you have them in, right?
Okay.
Because if you're just not good at something, even if you personally love it, but you're just not able to do it well,
okay,
then ultimately that brings whatever that activity is down. It brings whatever that service is down. So, and it will bring down all the other volunteers that are around you, that are around that person who's underperforming in that position. So it's like, we expect you to be able to do this. Because you're so terrible at it, you just can't do that. So, a good leader will be able to say, you know what, I understand that you're interested in this, but it doesn't seem like it's really working out. Maybe you have some other interests and we can plug you into this other area and you can serve in that place.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best way of going
I have told. Well, let's say it. I actually have fired volunteers from certain stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, firing a volunteer.
Yeah.
One time, I had...
say it sounds so bad.
It does. It does sound bad.
So terrible.
Sounds horrible. Like, who wants to do that? But like I asked the volunteer. I told a volunteer they couldn't do something anymore, but they would always ask me if they could do this one specific task, and the specific task was preaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you know me. I'm real particular about that kind of stuff. I hold to a very high standard.
That's a good thing.
It is a very good thing.
Protect that pulpit.
And the individual was not very good at it at all. It was downright bad. And was told by many people that he was very, very good at it. Like, was told by multiple people that he was good. And he told me this because I said, listen, this is not where you're gifted at. I think you're, and I did do the thing where I said, hey, I think you would best serve in this other area, this other ministry. And so I think you should focus on that. And so I did do that.
Mm-hmm. It didn't work though.
No, it worked.
It worked? Okay.
He did fight back a little bit, saying, well, you know, all these this and this person, all these other people tell me that I'm a really great preacher. Yeah. And I said, and I remember because back in the day I was a little bit more brash. You know, I wasn't the gentleman I am today, the delightful, gentle peacemaker that I am today. But back then, and I looked at him and I said, listen, they're lying to you. That's what I said. They're lying to you. He's like, and he really was shocked about that. He's shocked that I said that. I said, I'm sorry, Dave, but they're lying to you. And he was like, what? But yeah, I did do that. So it was very awkward and kind of saddened me a little bit. But
you didn't want to take him under your wing and be like, come on, little bird, I'm gonna raise you up right.
Now, mind you,
I'm gonna do the time to make you better.
Well, I did do that, Martin.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I'm not somebody that just like goes, you know, cast you aside the first time I hear you. Like, I'll give you multiple chances. And I did. I actually did do that. And I tried. Yeah. I said, listen, one thing, you know, and I gave like tips. And I said, I think it'd be better if you did this. I think it'd be wiser if you did that. You know, and I gave tips and what he could do to be better. And no, didn't do any of it, you know? And that's the thing, like, sometimes, the young preachers, they have, like, one topic that they talk about all the time, and you're just like, listen, this doesn't have to be in every sermon you preach about.
The atonement. Was that his topic, the atonement?
No.
I'll talk about the atonement all the time.
I'm all ready to do that. But his topic that he talked about in every single sermon that he would do for me was pornography. Like, it was always something about porn. And you're just like, listen, you don't have to talk about porn every single time. He's like, no, I really want to. I'm like, no, it's not helping. It doesn't help. He's like, gotta find a different illustration. You can't relate everything to your addiction to porn and everything like that. You can't relate all that. So you gotta find
there are other things.
Yeah. Yeah, there are plenty of other things. And so, but like, you know, it was things like that. He wouldn't, you know, it just, but I did take him under my wing and give him very good tips on how to preach better. Yeah. But after a certain number of times, you just go, nah, this ain't working. Mm. You know, this ain't working. That was back when we did Connections. And
was he working? Was he at the school or something? Was he working on the degrees and all that sort of stuff? Or?
Yep.
Preaching major?
No. Honestly, I don't know what he majored in. I hope it wasn't preaching because it was pretty bad.
Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you got to spend a couple of years at it.
Agree. But even those that are not very good at it, even in the beginning, they have a natural, you know, kind of gift towards it. Like you can see guys that have a natural ability for it. You can tell. And if it's forced too much, then it's not going to be well. It's not going to go well for them. So that's what I saw. I mean, that's a good experience I had, and I just basically said, and he's like, well, will you still give me opportunities to preach? Because when I had connections, I had opportunities where I had a venue that I could do that, where I could bring in guys that were very good young preachers that could come in, they could test some material, they could cut their teeth on. And so literally I would do that maybe once a month. I would let somebody else preach. And especially during certain times of the year when the kids were there. But he was like, well, can I still keep trying? And I just said no.
Man.
I did say no. And this was after probably 3 times, Martin. So it wasn't like, one and done. Like after 3 times of major, like bombs, I was just like, yeah, I don't think this is for you, buddy. This is definitely not for you.
But what about all the porn, though? I mean, come on now.
What
all
about
these
it,
guys, Martin? you gotta let them know to knock it off with all that porn.
I agree.
I mean,
we gotta.
Come on.
No,
that's why I think we should transition this podcast instead of the 2 bearded preachers. We can be the 2 bearded preachers who are talking to you about porn
all the time.
24/7
porn talk.
We're gonna cut out the zombies wearing pants thing, unless we can tie it into the porn discussion. We're gonna cut out the jokes unless they transition directly into guilting you about all your porn usage.
Porn and the zombie apocalypse. I think it's a sermon series ready to preach.
It might just be. I don't know how you're going to do that. That sounds like a topical sermon series.
A little bit. Might need to.
But maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you might be able to find a text that you could weave it all together.
I'm going to have to do some very much major topical weaving texts together, and probably taking a lot of stuff out of context. I'm probably going to have to do that in order to get this whole thing in.
Okay, well.
As long as I admit it, is that all right?
Well, preaching these days, taking stuff out of context is kind of like par for the course. That's when I listen to. I'm in a whole bunch of different preacher groups and all that sort of stuff, and some of their stuff is great, and some of their stuff makes me wonder: is this even a sermon?
Mm-hmm.
I do not care.
Where are you going with this?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there and how many sermons have you heard where the preacher gets up there and they read a text and then they just sort of tell you whatever they want you to hear?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's not necessarily even relating to the text.
Mm-hmm.
That's what passes for preaching in a lot of places, as long as you say it well, and you're relatively good looking, and you are relatively humorous, and kind of a nice guy, you'll be good to go with all that. But I'm not.
I got one of those things going for me, which is the funny thing. I don't have the good looking or the
you got a good looking beard though, buddy.
I do.
Yeah.
But and I'm not always the nicest guy, so I got that going against me as well. But no, I understand what you're saying.
There's a definite trend that I'm noticing where the image of the preacher is super duper important, and what they're saying is not nearly so.
By image, do you mean, are you referring to their character, Martin, or by image are you referring to their what they're wearing this Sunday?
Probably a combination of style, good looks. I mean, you can't be you can't be ugly. Like that. Can you name for me a just grotesque looking preacher that's on the national level?
Huh.
Somebody who's like legitimately ugly.
Kind of want to Google this. I feel like we should be Googling this right now.
I mean, look at some of these guys who are national level guys, right? Furtick, he's a national level guy. He's a good looking guy.
Good looking guy, very.
Right.
great abs, got a great
His hair's
body.
a little hipstery for me, but whatever.
Yeah, but got
Osteen,
great bone structure. Great bone
Osteen's
structure.
a good-looking guy.
He's got
great
abs
smile.
too. Yeah.
Good-looking guy. Andy Stanley, he's a good-looking guy. Distinguished is not too
he's not
nerdy
bad.
looking.
Yeah, he's kind of middle of the road. Maybe he has a little bit of the old raccoon eyes sometimes.
Right. You got
has a
old
little bit
Tim
too much
Keller.
spray tan. Good looking old man.
Tim
People
Keller's
like old
a good-looking
dudes.
old man. That's right.
He is.
These are good-looking guys, national level. You mean to tell me that if these guys had a giant boil on their forehead, that they would be national level?
Good point.
I don't buy it, man.
Grosjean's a good-looking guy.
Huh?
Groeschel.
Right.
That's
His
a
whole
good-looking guy.
deal is image. His
Yeah.
entire church thing is image. That's what it all is.
Yeah. His whole staff is good-looking.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because it's all it's an internet church.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chan.
if that's...
Chan is
Right.
a good-looking Asian man.
He is. Yeah.
He is. You're right.
None of these guys have, none of them are grotesque. They're all good-looking guys.
Gosh.
Not that I think you or I are bad-looking.
Well, obviously we're not that good-looking because we're not national
super
level. I mean, I'm not on
level.
I'm not Olstein or Groeschel.
Do you know a national level preacher who is just fat?
Gosh. No. Dang
The
it.
closest I can think is Phil Johnson, and he's not even necessarily a preacher. He does a lot of speaking. What?
I got one that is fat and ugly.
Who?
Rick Warren. Bam.
Oh,
Found it.
is he ugly?
He
I'm
ain't
trying
good
to
looking.
think of what he looks like.
Dude, you need to look him up. He ain't good looking.
Is he fat?
Oh, very fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he still as popular as he ever was?
Pretty sure. I mean, yeah. He's still pretty popular.
Huh. Well,
I mean, he's no...
my whole theory might be blown out of the water.
Yeah, but let's just say this. He's like the 1%, okay? He's not like...
1%.
He's the 1%.
He's the token fat, ugly preacher that they'll allow to be world... or allowed to be national level, so that way that we don't realize that all these guys that are supposed to be so significant or whatever really are just the best looking.
Got another one for you.
Yeah.
Larry Osborne.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
He's a pretty popular guy.
Yeah.
Pretty popular guy. He's not
Is he ugly?
He's not necessarily ugly, but he's a little dumpy.
Little dumpy.
Yeah, he's got like you got a belly on him, He's a dumpy guy.
Okay.
I like him.
You can have a belly on you, but you can wear it well.
Yeah, he doesn't wear it well.
He doesn't wear it well?
Yeah. Nah.
Okay.
No.
Do you think that dumpy looking guys are going to be high on the search committee's list when they're trying to hire a new minister?
Oh no, I don't think so at all. It's probably something that they're pretty they're wanting to steer clear of, I'm thinking back when Warren first started his church. I'm pretty sure he was skinnier. I think he still looked the same way though, and I don't think he's a good-looking guy. Like I don't sit there and go, man. Like when you say, like, what was the one dude's name? The one that just ticks me off so much. Not Osteen, but the other one. Furtick. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to punch a Furtick in the face. He's just so good-looking.
He's so pretty.
He is. I just want to punch that guy in the face.
I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah. And so that guy, just drives me nuts. But
it's why does he drive you nuts? Is it because he teaches funky stuff, or is it because he's just so good looking? He's just so pretty?
Both. Listen, his lessons are garbage, and people post videos on it. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." I'm like, yeah, it's entertaining to listen to, but it's not biblically sound or anything. But the only reason you guys are doing it is because he's got a really good looking face, a great body, and he's got an adorable accent. I mean, seriously, that thing is just so charming. His little southern accent he's got. I don't have that. People have said my voice is annoying.
Yes, it's grating. Very grating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
it's
him.
painful to listen to.
Last ones we had to mess with, one of them lost a testicle.